everyone, it is me, the Invincible Fiber here for a new video. This time we are making my final predictions for Jurassic World Rebirth because I'm going to be watching it in theaters tomorrow. So, yeah, let's dive right in. I've also watched all the TV spots, all the trailers, all that stuff. All the stuff that I think might be useless because I'm me. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Now what I think will happen is for the first possibly I think 30 minutes it would just recruiting people, like boring stuff, dinosaur-less stuff, things with no dinosaurs basically. That's probably what's going to be happening, just my thought. Then when we see the first dinosaurs, which would most likely okay, when we do see our first dinosaurs, it'll probably be the Spinosaurus and the Mosasaur, which is not a dinosaur, but this is Jurassic World. Nobody cares. So yeah, so that's and it'll probably wreck the ship and all the minor characters in it. Afterwards, they get stuck and they like, oh my god. And then this is probably where we get the segment on how that family got stuck. That random family with that, like the family that just not just family, the random kid that has to be in the movie. It can't be a Jurassic movie without having random kids in it, can it? Because if this is supposed to be about dinosaurs, but no, that is something that happens, like in every movie. If you've noticed, we had. Okay, I'm not. I want to keep this short. So I'm not going to talk about every single kid that has existed just for no reason. So, okay, yeah. After they're probably like survival sequences, all that. They might be going to the Quetzal at this point in time. Probably, maybe. I think that's what's gonna happen. The Quetzal scene. So, 1 minute. That is the wrong thing. That is also the wrong. Whatever. So yeah, that's where I think the Quetzal scene happens. Because that's just the Quetzal scene probably needs to happen in the mid of the movie. I think everything that happens in night probably happens in the end. It's just reoccurring, okay? That's probably what's gonna happen. I think every movie except like the first one has ended in the night time. So the petrol sequence, the bunker sequence, all of that would probably be like at the final act. That's why I think the Quetzal scene would be in there. So then also the first sequence, like the opening act, the prologue, would be like the lab. That's what I think would happen. The lab. And like the breakouts, that'll probably be what happens. And what else? Oh my god, this game better load. Okay, what else would happen? Yeah, I think that's all that they could put for a prologue. So then let's go back to where we were, the middle of the movie. The Quetzal scene, probably random other scenes. Wonderful game. If this game doesn't respond, I'm gonna go mad. Or else you just have to see this for the entire video. Not something that I wanted you to see, but hey, the game is the game. Okay. So yeah, the Quetzal scene probably then would be the scene with the, I think the Moza DNA catching sequence is maybe at the end of the film. I don't know, maybe it'll be the start, like with the Moza attack, and because I feel like one scene would be the attack of the Moza, the other scene is when they have to collect the DNA. That's what I personally think. Then the next sequence after the Quetzal and the Moza scenes would probably be the petrol sequence. The petrol sequence, where they just kill off the Velociraptor. Oh wait, maybe it's not the Moza DNA scene probably does happen in the same as the first scene, the first Moza scene. I think that might be true, and I think I might have confused it for the Titanosaur scene because they exist. So yeah, that'll probably be Quetzal scene, then Titanosaur scene, then river raft scene maybe. Yeah, the river raft scene, like I completely forgot about that. Then the petrol sequence, and then the bunker sequence, and then when they get out, the D-Rex might be waiting. And also in the petrol sequence, the Mutodons just mutilate the raptors. Very sad, but from all the evidence, that is what is happening. That's very sad. Look at that. This is a beautiful rebirth raptor, okay? And it's probably going to be of no use. So yeah, then the D-Rex, and then Duncan probably dies in the last boss battle against the D-Rex. I know, it's probably going to be, like, I think the flare scene, and then like to the water, and then the Mosasaurus would ambush Duncan. Not the Mosasaurus, the Spinosaurus. So then Duncan might die, might not die. I'm not sure about that. Hopefully he does not. Who free? So yeah, like Duncan makes the D-Rex and the Spinos fight. Probably 2 Spinos would die, and maybe the T-Rex comes in. I don't think it will, and I think the Spinos will just kill the D-Rex, and then the Moza would eat the D-Rex, just like the Indominus. Because fun fact, I'm pretty sure the D-Rex is a mutated I-Rex, and the I-Rex died to the Moza. So its predecessor should also die to a Moza. Just makes sense. I don't think anything in this franchise makes sense. It's about dinosaurs. Why would it? Okay. So yeah, that'll probably then, if at all the Mosasaur sequence is by itself, that's when it happens. If. I'm pretty sure that's if. Most likely it won't be. And then they just, yay, we lived. And also the family met the Dolores, and the family also met the team at a random point in the movie. But they're probably going to be irrelevant. So, yeah. What else? I think that's all. And then they just leave happy, blah blah blah. That's all probably. And I'm gonna be making a spoiler and no spoiler review after I watch it. So please ring that subscribe and ring the notifications if you want to see the reviews, because I have kept away from the spoiler reviews. So I'm making an unspoiled one as well. Okay, so where it will be in the thumbnail and the title. So yeah, Please like, subscribe, and bye bye. Okay? Please just like and subscribe. They're big things. So, bye bye.